some more on the mission itself lately, especially over these last few winter months. The drive and the passion and the motivation that is in my heart that got me to the space where I'm at now I've not been connected with this over these few months, and I know that internally I've been going through a lot of change and shifting, and I've been disconnected with the motivation to get me to this space for this change, and so it feels like the ground beneath me, so to speak, is shifting and moving so much that there is not stability within the mission itself. And I know that I am more than I was when I first understood this mission. So I ask you, because of the changes within me and the other starseeds and humanity, is the mission the same, or is it evolving as we evolve?
Again, we smile at your question, because it is both the same and evolving as we evolve, and I include our voice in this. We, as a consciousness of oneness of all that is, which is the universal field, and beyond the galactic understanding, are constantly evolving and becoming more, which then increases our mission, so to say, expands our consciousness and understanding, and we let in more possibilities and creative forces. At the same time, your understanding of our mission evolves with each layer of consciousness that you move up. When you began your remembering of who you are and your connection to the galactic energies, you were still in the lower vibration that I spoke of in your last question. And in order to propel yourself out of that frequency and into higher frequencies, your passion was utilizing the energy fields in human form. These are most associated with emotions. Your highest frequency of energy fields in the human realm is emotions. And so as you propelled yourself from those lower dense frequencies, you used the driving force of emotion, which was anger, frustration, and the drive to change and transform as you felt more and more that there was a remembering of more that you came here to do. So you looked around you and you saw the density, and in order to push yourself out of it, you were driven, and your passion was not only to get yourself out of that frequency, but to bring all people with it. And in that time, you were still in that frequency, and your consciousness was still looking at that frequency, and therefore the passion and the drive was very much associated with that energy field. As you propel yourself to those higher frequencies of union with your remembrance of us and who you are in accordance with our frequencies, you leave behind that atmospheric vibration. It is as if you are moving through the atmospheres. Perhaps I can equate it to the space shuttles or rockets, the spaceships that you create on Earth. They leave the atmosphere with one form, and then release the engine that drive them through that atmosphere as they move into the next leg of their journey. You have left behind the vibrational frequency that drove you out of that atmosphere and into the next. And you are feeling, as many around the world are feeling now, because many of you have driven yourself from that frequency enough that the frequency itself is adjusting and shifting and blending into the next atmosphere. As you leave yourself from that frequency and you free yourself into this next one, you have more memory of your connection to the Galactic Confederacy and all that we are. Your attention is less on the mundane individual situations. When you see the bigger picture, you have actually a greater trust in the unfolding, and you also reconnect with the frequencies that can influence far greater than those denser frequencies you worked with. But you and many others are in a time of adjusting. Gravity, if you would say, you have left your gravity field and you are now navigating in a space beyond that, and so you are not feeling your footing in the same way that you did, but you will regain a centeredness that is beyond that gravity, for we all do. And in that space, you will remember that it is from this frequency level that you can support the most. But you, like us, are not driven now to change those lower frequencies through aggressive forces, but rather to offer your support and welcome more and more into these frequencies, and to use your energies from this position to influence the progression of the others as we have. You will see that this question relates very closely to your last.